Alright, so I've had this controller ever since Christmas. This is the 8Bitdo SF30 Bluetooth Gamepad. So this, I don't like Bluetooth. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't like lag. It's a beautiful controller though. I recently had a friend on Facebook hit me up and say, hey, can you do a controller review? But, you know, he's not an elite gamer like level 1 online. He doesn't understand the nuances of lag. So I've been shopping around for the SN30 that uses the 2.4 gigahertz signal, but that controller is only for the Switch. And today we got this controller. Just came out. I saw the announcement last night. Luckily this month I'm trying out Amazon Prime and 1-day shipping. Look at that. So it arrived earlier today. So let's get this open. And this is the wired version. This is model number SN30 Pro USB Gamepad. 8Bitdo. The question is now, what the hell am I going to try this on? I got an idea. I think I'm going... I got a Super Mario RPG stream planned out. I think we're going to try it on that. That's pretty good. So this controller does meet all the requirements for an emulation station setup. You got your up, down, left, right. You got your 4 SNES style buttons. You have your left shoulders, left triggers. Then you have your left stick up, down, left, right. Right stick up, down, left, right. Your button clicks, right? And then you start and select. So if you look at the hypothetical controller that they have on the RetroPie website, you will know exactly what I mean. So this is my Mr. Hardware. I haven't talked about this much lately. Let me just cover a few things. Over here on this side we have an Ethernet jack. Over here we have a micro USB, and then we have a mini USB. It has 2 GPIO sections. So from what I understand, the SD card expansion can go on either side. I recently bought a fan from Mr. Add-ons, so I'm going to try that right now. On this side we have the barrel jack input for power, HDMI out, and then another mini USB slot. I also ordered from them an underplate, and they sent over some rubber feet, and it doesn't slide anymore, and this is great. So one thing you will need is a USB hub. This one is by MakerSpot. This just plugs into the micro USB jack, and then from there we can plug in our controllers, and then we can plug in our USB keyboard. Alright, so we are on our Mr. platform, and setting up a controller is a breeze. Let me go ahead and do a hard reboot to this. On my keyboard, I hit F12. I go right here. I'm going to just cold reboot this. By the way, to cycle the backgrounds, it is F1. It looks like they've integrated some new backgrounds. Look at that. I think I'm going to settle on this one. Alright, so we hit F12. We go right here to define joystick buttons. Hit enter. D-pad test. Press right. Stick 1, tilt right. Tilt down. On the stick 2 now, right. Down. Now press right. Left. Down. Up. So this, I'm going to assign this to the A button. Button 2, I'm going to assign it to B. Everything else I'm just going to skip. So I'm going to hit the space. Space, 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 space. Then at the very end menu, there is like an auxiliary button to the bottom right. The bottom right where the right thumbstick is, I'm going to assign it to that. That's going to make life a whole lot easier. We can skip this, skip that. Okay, good. So let's backtrack now. Let's go to our SNES core. So it's not very intuitive. The screen's going to go black. You need to now hit the menu button. So we're going to hit that. Now we can load a ROM. And since we're testing out a controller, we want to, test for, I would recommend like an action game. So let's do Turtles in Time. Let's do something a little bit different. Who's a character I've never used before? Let's go Raphael. he never gets any love.
Big Apple, 3 a.m.
So up, down, left, and right on the D-pad is reacting well. It's not getting stuck. Buttons are coming out when they need to. So solid quality. Let's try maybe something like a fighting game. So this is a fighting game a lot of people have completely forgotten about. This is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Fighting Edition. I included this in my 8GB RetroPie build. Definitely worth checking out. So backdashes are behaving accordingly. Fireballs are coming out. Okay, Dragon Punch motion. So I think going forward, I'm going to recommend this controller as like an all-in-one solution. It's wired, which means no lag. You'll be able to play this on Super Nintendo, Nintendo, Genesis, PC Engine, and also PlayStation 1. And also, it has so many extra buttons. So for these oddball systems that require extra buttons, I think it's going to accommodate it. The menu button is definitely what's going to help this stand apart. I'll give you an example. On my iBuffalo, it's great, but I don't have an auxiliary button to enter the menus. Which means going forward, I think on my Mister, I'm not going to need a keyboard anymore. If I can just set it up once, I can go ahead and put the keyboard away. Anyways, I'm level 1 online. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I'll talk to you guys later.